When Claude Cowork dropped projects, everyone was excited. But after an hour of exploring it, I was still confused. How do I actually use this? How does it save me time? How does it save me credits? When does it make sense to use, and when is it a complete waste of time? And how do I set a project up properly so it actually works? I spent hours figuring out all of this so you don't have to. And in this video, I'm going to show you what Claude Cowork projects are, when you should use it, and we are going to set up one live from scratch. So by the end of this video, you will know more about projects than 99% of Claude Cowork users. And you'll know all the tricks and hacks that save you lots of time and credits. Before we go into the explanation, let me show you what we are building today so you understand why it matters. This is the live demo of a support emails reply generator. Now here I added like projects instructions, how it should respond to different use cases, what files it should access, what tone of voice and email formatting it should use. Next, I added files, few previous support replies that I had already collected previously in a Google Sheet, and I just added them here as files, FAQs, the frequently asked questions about my offer. Plus, I also attached the website. So whenever an email arrives, I just paste it in here and I click Let's Go. And then Claude Cowork checked all the files I had added to the project. It pulls out the right information and it writes me the email in the exact tone of voice and format I had defined in the project instructions. And all I have to do, copy that, paste it back into my email tool and hit reply. So no need to tell Claude Cowork about my business each time, about how it should respond to different requests, because it's all stored already in the project files. All I have to do literally, as you just saw, is copy and paste emails here, copy and paste the emails back into my email tool and hit send. I choose this example email reply generator because it's easy to understand. And it shows you how you can automate any repetitive tasks you're currently doing, like content creation, research, generating weekly reports. Now let's dive into a little bit more what Claude projects are versus just using regular Claude Cowork. So first, right, regular Claude Cowork, you give it a task and it does it. But every time you start, Claude starts fresh. But the problem is every single session you have here, so these are the tasks I have here, is isolated from one another. So while this is great for one-time tasks, it has no memory, it has no saved context, right? So every time you would need, so if there's any tasks you need to do regularly and repetitively, like I need for customer supports emails or any emails I really get in my inbox, I want Claude Cowork to have access to all the emails I've already replied to. And I don't want to continuously give it the instructions and tell it how to write it and how to write the emails, upload the files each time. So what is a project? It's just a dedicated workspace that stays set up. So this stays the way it is, right? It has always the same instructions on how to write my customer support emails or any email I'm getting. It always has the same files, website FAQs, all the previous email replies I have collected, and it has memory across different chats. So it's like giving Claude a permanent desk in your office. Right? It's a setup, it's a workspace that always has access to the same things to do a given task, right? Instead of hiring or meeting a new assistant every time that you need to teach the process each time, give all the files each time, give all the customer support email templates each time. Now, every project comes with these things. You have instructions. So these are here the general project instructions. So this is where I set exactly what this project needs to do. And then we have context. Context is like files, folders, URLs. So that's what we have here at the bottom. And then we have memory, right? This is just anything that it has here written, all the recent chats, it's all going into one memory. So these two chats are then one memory. Then we have scheduled tasks. So I can set up several scheduled tasks. Every week on Monday, it goes through all my chats, so all the email replies I've generated in the previous week, and it updates my FAQs. So it sent me a list, okay, these are the new things, the new questions, the frequent issues people had in the last week. Now let's briefly dive into each of these so you understand how it works, what to put in them. So first are the instructions. So these are your project instructions as I've already described here. So this is where you can define, in my case, because the emails, right, how they should be written, what's the format of the email, what's the sign-off name. I should always sign off with my name, set my rules. So it should always search for the FAQs, all the files it has access to first, right? Even the refund policy. Then we have the context. I've already told you, right? You have a local folder you can add as a context. So that's the folder you select when you create a project. That's what we're going to do in the next step. You can add files to the folder. You can paste the URL, and before every task, it reads the context. Then we have memory, so there's nothing we really need to set up. This is just, it remembers what happens in past tasks. So this is a task. So each of these chats go into the memory. And finally, we have the schedule task. This is where I can set up recurring tasks, right, without me touching anything. This is where you can fully automate things within a project. Specific tasks you can automate. And I want to give you a quick overview of what you can build with projects. So you can build what we are going to do, this customer or email reply assistant. You can create a content creation hub where you add your brand voice, right? Your past scripts for YouTube, for example, what's your channel about, and so on. And then it uses all of that to generate scripts for you and even find you ideas. For example, for YouTube, right? I recently built such a tool in Claude Cowork that sends me new trending YouTube topics every day or every week. You can schedule tasks, a business report, right? And sponsorships, inbox manager. You can add your media card, your rate card, and so on. It can also handle these replies. Research and note hubs, you can do product and sales assistant, and many more things. Now, there are 3 ways to create a project, and we're going to cover them. So let's start with creating our project. So the way to create a project, first, obviously, you need Claude Cowork, right? If you don't have that, go to Claude/downloads, and then is somewhere there's a download button. You can get it to your computer. And once you've downloaded it, and you can install it, and then it's going to look like this. Now, to create a new project, you just click here on the plus sign, and here you have 3 options. Start from scratch. This is where you just set up a new folder, all the instructions and so on, and all the files. Then you have import project. So there, if I click on that, I can select a project even that I used in Claude Chat, right? If I already have a long chat that I previously used to respond to customer emails, I can import it here directly. Or I can use an existing folder. So I can select a folder here, and I can already add this as a context. So, but I'm not going to do this. I'm going to show you, okay? We're going to pick the first version. We're going to start from scratch. Let's give the project a name. I just say it, email reply assistant. Now here you could select a project location. I will just leave it as it is. I don't even have files yet. So I just leave it as it is and just click on create. And there we are, like we have a blank project. So now let's start building this thing. So what's the first thing I would do? Well, the first thing I would do is to set the instructions. So I've already prepared these instructions for myself. Here, I have created this here. So by the way, you can get access to this, all of these files I'm showing you and all the things, the prompts below in the description of this video. Here, I just copy my instructions. This is just what I wanted to do. So here is I just put in my name, right? You are customer support assistant. Before anything, search file name. I will update this later. Then I need to, is there anything else? No, that's it for now. So I just save this project instructions for now. Let's minimize this. Now next, I already want to add files. Now my folder is still empty. So what I want to actually do is I already have these support email replies I've collected over the last few months. This is what I was already still doing it manually. So I collected different emails and different replies I made to them. So that all I have to do is I click on download as a CSV file. And then I just open that and I move into my projects folder. So my project folder is this one here. Here, I just need to find it on my computer. So let's copy that. And I just go to my computer here. It's here under user, under documents, Claude, projects. And there you see is the new folder we have generated. And now I just add it in here. And then Let's click out, and I click it in, and now it should load. You see it's now there. And now what I will grab this, and I will add it here, right? I need to tell it this is the file I want you to access. Search support email replies. That's the first file. Now there's another file I want to have for it. So, and because I already have a previously long chat, so that I want it to scrape, so which we have here, I want it to use this. So actually already did this. So I go to chats here. So what I did, I pasted this prompt here that it should go through the entire chat history and do the following, like extract all the emails, right? And organize them and create a CSV file. And that's what it did. So it created this CSV for me. Then I just copied that. I went back to Claude Cowork, and then I just told it, turn this into a CSV, and I pasted all of that here. And then it gave me the CSV file. So then I just opened that. Then I can here basically show it in folder, and I already had this. So I will just move it to the other folder. So projects, I will move it in here. We have this also here added, right? It appears here. And now I can grab this and say, this is a second file I want you to also check, right? So I add this here and then click save. I also need to have my FAQs from my website. So that's what I will do here. I will scrape the FAQs from my website. So I will just copy this prompt, and I could directly use it here. So I will just tell on this website there are a number of FAQs. I mean, let's just go to my website here and go to the bottom. All I do is I grab the link, so I can copy and paste the FAQs separately, but I don't really want to do this. That's why I tell it, okay, this is my website. And also it's important to give it a number, because when I just scraped the FAQs, it didn't get it correct. So I just added it a number. I just counted my FAQs. There are 12 on my website. So that's it. And then I wanted to store them in the file, right? I want them to be saved automatically to this project folder. And then I click let's go. Now it asks me to use the Chrome browser, but I don't want to do this because it would take too long. So you see, it uses another tool. This is something I've installed. It's called Apify web browser. That's the most reliable web browser I've found that I can connect to. So you can go to customize, and then you can go to connectors, and then you can add Apify here. So you click on here, browse connections, so you add it here. But I made a video about it that you can check out, where I show you how to connect Apify scraping tool. So I'll just go back in here, and now it should find me. You see now it got all 12 FAQs. It saved them as a file to my project folder. So if I go to my projects here again, go to my folder, this is now saved. What I also can add is I want to add my website, so it can also understand what my product is about. So if people have questions related to what's inside, what's the price, right? I wanted to also include this in the response. So I just add this link here to the website. One more thing I want to add here in the instructions, because I've put this in here, is the refund policy. So I need to grab this from my website. I will just copy and paste this in here directly. So just a piece of text. See, okay, plus click save. And with that, the foundation of this project is set up. And now I can test it out, right? With an actual email I got from someone. They were signed up for some free content, but I didn't receive it. So I just copy the request and paste it in here. And then I'm getting the reply. So it accessed the email reply template. So all the files I had added, right? It writes me exactly the correct email reply. This is really cool. Or I can also say, hey, just customer, hey, what automations do you offer on your website? This has accessed the content from my website and answered it. And this is really powerful, right? This really is amazing. One more thing I want to set up is I want to set this scheduled task here. So it checks every week if there are like common questions and problems that arrived in the previous week, and suggest how I can update my FAQs, right? So I can keep my website FAQs up to date. I know exactly, okay, these are the most common issues of previous week. And then I just click on let's go, and this should be a scheduled task. So it runs every Monday at 9 a.m. Good, now I need to click schedule. Now it tells me this week's chat, 3 total across 2 sessions. 2 most common questions are here, full summary. Okay, so I even get this, it tells me FAQ. Where is my invoice after purchase? Okay, right, and I could add this to my section, and you can even see a full summary report. And now this task is scheduled. So if I go to my project here, you see I have a scheduled task. It runs every day every Monday at 9 a.m. Now here is the instructions. And yeah, what I would do, you would run it once. Sometimes it needs permissions, so you need to run it once first so that it can run automatically the next time. Perfect, now it has run. Now the setup of the email reply assistant project inside Claude Cowork is complete. If you want to see more videos where I show you how to use these powerful AI tools effectively, even if you don't have a technical background, and stay up to date to the newest updates and learn what's actually useful and what is just hype, then hit the like button, click subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my next videos.